Well, if you didn't get to see it, that's what all the excitement and hype was about, a total solar eclipse. Anybody in the path of totality saw it get as dark as night. Here in our state, most people disappointed because it was pretty cloudy almost everywhere except in Winona. For the people who got together down there, they got to see the partial eclipse in tiny flashes as the clouds periodically cleared out a bit. Of course, there were plenty of local folks who didn't let state borders contain their excitement. Last week, you got to meet a few people who had totality road trips planned. And today, Kent caught back up with some of them.
Yeah, Jenna, there were some dicey moments. Cloud cover wasn't just an issue here. The forecast forced a lot of detours in the past few days, but those I caught up with today navigated the uncertainty and the traffic, and they told me they were not disappointed.
2, 1.
This is the moment.
Oh my God.
A Minnesota couple realized months of planning had paid off.
Oh my God.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I don't know, it's breathtaking. We were a little nervous about the weather, and it ended up being perfect.
Brittany Douglas and Dylan Whitekey drove from Minneapolis to Findlay, Ohio, about an hour north of Columbus, to catch totality.
Oh my God.
It was the second time for Brittany, who also took it all in Wyoming back in 2017. But for Dylan,
Oh, I can't believe it.
this was a first.
You really don't understand the scope of it until you're sort of there when it's happening. It's blue skies out here. The sun was out, it was warm, and then all of a sudden, 20 minutes before, it gets really cold. Everything gets quiet, the sky starts getting dark, and then during totality, it's a completely alien sort of experience.
The diamond ring at the beginning, that's when you know you can take your filters off. And for that 3 or 4 minutes, it's unearthly.
Bob Allen is the director of the UW La Crosse Planetarium and took a group to see totality near the town of Mount Vernon, Illinois.
We went outside of town. There are a lot of people in the Walmart parking lot. I guess they're amateurs, don't know the lights are all going to come on. So we had a really good view.
But you'll have to take his word for it, because despite Bob's equipment, his expertise is not in videography.
Tried to do a phone video during totality. I needed to push the button again, so I thought I was recording. I wasn't, but it's engraved in my mind. My 4 for 4, I'm unbelievable.
So unbelievable that you can excuse anyone for being confused, including the birds.
They all left the area. And the minute the eclipse was over, the geese started landing back in the pond and the ducks came back.
Talk about a trip. And for these Minnesotans, it's a trip they're already planning to take again.
Really makes you want to see everyone that there will ever be and travel wherever you need to go to see it.
Yeah.
Really just like an undescribably beautiful experience.
In addition to Brittany, Dylan, and Bob, one of Carol Evan's own also took a totality trip today. Meteorologist Ben Derry made plans to see it with his family down near Austin, Texas. There's Ben down there. He planned that months ago, and needless to say, he was sweating the clouds big time throughout the last week, even most of today. But he sent me a pretty happy update this afternoon. Take a look.
We experienced all 3 minutes and 22 seconds of totality. It was cloudy all morning long, and right before the totality began, the clouds cleared out. We were able to look up, see the moon completely block out the sun. Birds stopped chirping. It got dark as night. People's automatic house lights started coming on. You could see stars and planets. It was incredible, and we got to see the totality in its entirety. So very cool stuff. Would definitely recommend.
And for anyone that has talked to Ben about this trip in the last few weeks and months, you know how much of a relief that is. Right, Jana?
Right. I mean, those of you that watch Breaking the News, Ben's a part of our family. You see him every night. And like Kent said, planning it for months. And really, this morning, I said, if only one person can see this, let it be Ben. He wants this so badly.
Absolutely. And I mean, think about it. Meteorologists get a lot of grief, right, about the weather. Imagine if he had planned this trip for his family. He probably would never have heard the end of it had they had cloud cover today.
Right. Hauling all his kids and his wife down there. Absolutely. Thanks so much, Kent. And congrats to you, Ben.